you want proof that men don't actually care about the mental health crisis they're having in society,
because society tells women that it's much better to be miserably married than being happily single.
Something y'all fail to understand is I will be any guy inspiring that does not have experience.
Do you think a man has ever woken up in the morning and ever thought about getting Botox or filler or...
If you're enjoying this and want more real talk like this every week, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow.
I know this is gonna piss so many people off, but there's a popular saying on the Chinese internet says, even a top-tier man is just an average woman. Someone wrote, a man who doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't cheat, doesn't gamble, no criminal records, stable job, cooks, cleans, emotionally stable, respects others, kind to his family. Isn't that kind of a man so rare? But honestly, every one of my female friends meets that standards and more. So yeah, even the best man is just an average woman. Oh my gosh, Shakespeare could never. And it really makes me think of the double standard that society has for men and women, especially when it comes to parenting and marriage. If a man cooks for his wife, takes care of the kids, does the housework, I guarantee 95% of the comment section is gonna say, oh my god, you're such an amazing dad, husband material, best dad ever. I'm sure as a woman, I applaud guys like this. We love seeing guys being nurturing, being involved, we love more of that. But let's be real, isn't that just a mom's regular everyday life? When moms do it, it's never appreciated, it's expected. But when guys do it, it's suddenly you're the best dad of the year. And we see this happens a lot. A woman needs to work twice as hard as a man to get the same position. And a guy can just does the bare minimum and still get praised. So what we need as a society is to raise the standards and stop letting the shitty ones get away with their minimum.
So let me get this straight. A man's gotten to be 6 feet tall, make 6 figures, look like a model, be emotionally stable, and still beg for basic respect, just to be considered a catch? Girl, here's some makeup remover. Now say that again with a straight face. Emotionally stable? You serious? Meanwhile, average women are demanding the holy trinity, 6 feet, 6 figures, and 6 inches. Flat-chested and flat-out delusional. Ever notice how the word wisdom almost never gets thrown around when describing modern women lately? Strange how it's becoming more of a masculine trait these days. Let's flip the script. Expecting a man to do all of that is like expecting a woman to earn multiple 6 figures, fight off home intruders, catch snakes, kill roaches, fix flat tires, clean the gutters, and raise fearless, competent kids. Sound ridiculous? Exactly. You left out a few things, ma'am. But don't worry. At that level of entitlement, you'll definitely attract someone. Just not someone you'd actually want. A 3 attracting a 10? Please.
I'll probably get a lot of backlash for saying this, but here goes. A lot of women do settle because society tells women that it's much better to be miserably married than being happily single. A lot of times women are told, you know, that's just how men are. That's just how they think. That's just how they act. Like, you gotta just put up with it. You vowed to love your spouse through thick and thin. And a lot of times people say that completely ignoring the fact that a lot of household and marriage duties fall on the woman. A lot of childcare duties fall on the woman. Not all couples fall into this category. There are a few good men out there, but there's a lot of not great men out there. We are often told as women that we're not worth anything, or we must be doing something wrong if we have chosen not to be with someone. And I'm saying this as somebody who's in a relationship, by the way. Another thing that might ruffle some feathers, you didn't do anything right or do anything to earn being married. A lot of people just get lucky or they settle. You're not doing anything wrong just because you're a single woman. A lot of times people are single because they have chosen not to put up with certain shit. That doesn't mean they're undesirable. It doesn't mean that they're doing something wrong when it comes to dating. It means that they have recognized that many men in the dating pool are shit. Many women are overqualified. We are at a place now where we don't have to rely on men to live. We don't have to ask permission from a man to get a bank account. We don't have to be married to buy a house. We don't have to be stay-at-home wives or moms if we want to work, we can do that. So now that we don't need men to survive anymore, a lot of women are choosing to be single. And I just want to remind y'all that that is okay. There's nothing wrong with you for being single. You're being smart.
I was in my late 20s or early 30s when my father said to me, "You don't have to get married. It's not for everyone." Before that, I had never considered I had a choice. Now 45 and single. And this is exactly why marriage isn't something I fantasize about or value. You're either settling or waiting for someone who meets your standards. Those miserable women are the ones that are going to hate on this post.
Some of y'all fail to understand is I will be any guy in sparring that does not have experience. Now I know this is controversial and there's a lot of discussion about this. But if you're not a boxer, you cannot outbox a boxer. I don't care if you're over 6 foot, if you're really strong, I have sparred every type of man. I've sparred muscular men, I've sparred fat men, I've sparred super tall men, short men, don't care. I've sparred everything. And there has never been a scenario where a total beginner has beat me in sparring. That's just not how it works. I hope all boxers will back me up on this. But you're not beating a boxer in any case. And even if you are strong and a genetic freak, I just have to move around for 30 seconds and you will gas yourself out. And if you think I'm wrong, I have tested and tried this. I've been boxing for 8 years. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I have sparred every type of guy before. And don't say that they were taking it easy, because I've been boxing for 8 years. I know what taking it easy looks like. I take it easy on them. Don't twist the story.
It's like my neighbor's little Pomeranian yapping nonstop, loud until you take one step toward it. She's throwable. One good shove and she's flying through drywall. Her punches, even with training, most men wouldn't flinch. Saw a show, average dudes versus elite female athletes. The guys barely tried and still dominated. Did she say sparring? That word alone tells you everything. When I boxed, guys always went easy, even when I begged them not to. It's hardwired. Men don't beat up women. Carissa Shields, one of the best female boxers alive, got rocked by a random gym guy. Charleston White boxed once and still pieced up that girl boy fighter. Keep testing a man's limits. You'll eventually find them. It's not about the dog in the fight. It's the fight in the dog.
Do you think a man has ever woken up in the morning and ever thought about getting Botox or filler or some type of body modification? No, they don't. They don't. That's the privilege of being a man. And seeing the new girl on Love Island and the reaction to her, as a woman, I was okay, I'm glad people are this is not normal. We need to change something about our society if girls think that this is what they have to go through or this is what they should do to be beautiful or this is not. I don't want to talk badly about anyone's looks and people can do whatever they want with their body, but I guess what has me feeling so confused is I feel filler and all of that stuff is a beauty standard imposed by other women. I don't know if men can really tell the difference, but even though beauty is a woman going under the knife, a woman putting foreign things into her face, going under needles, beauty only affects women, but it's always dictated by men. And I was thinking about this out loud with my friend, and I'm what would change society to make us stop doing this? To make us stop having bodies trend in and out of cycle? Because that's something I very much struggle with. To have to make it be seen that it's you shouldn't be getting filler and Botox as a teenager, or just having natural beauty be celebrated again, or just be more accepting of different beauty standards. And even as a woman of color, I feel a lot of my beauty was not accepted until it became trending in the media. And I'm what changes beauty trends is just men being no, this is ugly, and men being no, this is hot. And even though we can say women are the only ones that notice filler and things like that, a lot of this stuff is done for the male gaze. And I will come up here and tell you that I am being hypocritical. I am someone that has wanted a boob job for so long. And I know that I will never ever operate in a world where I don't feel anxious unless I look attractive. And by attractive, I mean put together, have makeup on. But yes, even seen as just physically attractive, especially as a woman of color, I have a lot of trauma about the fact that I will be treated as subhuman unless I am perceived as attractive, and specifically perceived as attractive by men, not even women. And I just think that's so sad. just like going into bodily and facial mutilation, like that is really what surgery and stuff I feel like has come down to. And I was like, we are risking lives to achieve beauty, and like it is all dictated, and it's only women risking ourselves and our bodies for this. And just like there's no equivalent standard for men. There's nothing that men have to do that is that risky for beauty, because we just sit here and accept their beauty as it is. And I'm just so upset about the double standard.
Crab claws every time. The moment she said Love Island, I knew we were in for a rant powered by 2 brain cells and too much lip filler. How many times did she say like? She upgrades everything except her brain. No, men don't wake up thinking about getting another cat or buying a ring light. We're not that shallow. Some of us did think about it once, then remembered the heartbreak, regret, and the eventual removal surgery. That's why 99.9% of men don't do it. She says fillers and injections are from women, then flips and says beauty standards come from men. So which is it? Spoiler. Men aren't lining up to kiss a carp.
If you want proof that men don't actually care about the mental health crisis they're having in society, and they only bring it up in cases where they can use it to disenfranchise or disempower women, go look at responses from red pill men to the new show Adolescence on Netflix. We've seen this forever, but anytime women make content talking about the injustices, the oppression we still face till this day, the comment section is always flooded with men going, we have it worse, we have a loneliness epidemic, we have higher suicide rates, we have worse mental health. But of course, now that there's a show that's #1 on Netflix and it's platforming these issues they're facing, these mental health problems they're dealing with, the pipeline, the ideologies that are forced down their throats, do you want to guess what their response is? Because it's not, oh, I'm so grateful that light is finally being shed on these issues that we're facing. It's yes, that violence against women is justified. Further evidence that they never cared about their own issues, they just want a pet to beat down and take it out on. So here we are dealing with the same narrative over and over and over again. My issues are more important, but instead of taking time to understand where they come from and tackling them myself, I'm only going to bring them up in cases where I can use it to silence women so they'll be of service to me. And how's that working out for you? The entitlement you feel to using and abusing women, your unwillingness to find value in growth or change or building an emotional support network with your fellow men, and your failure to take an honest inventory of who you are and invest in your own healing is why you'll continue to sit there sad, miserable, resentful, allowing yourself to be exploited by podcast men, and overall just being devoid of any attributes that would make you tolerable to be around. Did society fail you? Yeah, the big man sold you the lie. Patriarchy, capitalism, you want to be like me. I exploit everyone, including you, but in order to get like me, you have to exploit people too. Red pill men are not free from the system, they are deeper slaves to the system. Their whole identity is tied up in what masculinity should be, what it should look like, what it has to be. Women don't want you? That's because they're bitches and you have to abuse them. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're a substanceless piece of shit that scares them. Newsflash, society neglected your emotional needs, so you neglect your own, and that's why women don't want to be in proximity to you, because you will neglect theirs too. And you'll probably have a violent outburst while you're at it because you've never been taught emotional regulation. If women go to therapy from the trauma of parentification, of abuse, of being victimized, then you can go to therapy to learn how to not neglect yourself and also be more considerate to other human beings. Being a safe man, not only for others but for yourself, is so much more valuable than being another power-hungry, abusive man. We have too many of those, and all that's going to get you is empty validation from other power-hungry, abusive men. The reason red pill men think all women are gold diggers is because only women that would engage in a transactional relationship would be in close proximity to them, because they don't have any redeeming qualities or attributes that would qualify them for a long-term, loving, caring partnership. So of course they only attract women that want their money when that's the only thing of value they have to offer. Continue spinning these narratives you're being sold and you'll end up just as empty as the men you worship.
The moment she referenced a Netflix show, I mentally clocked out. Since when did binge watching become a source of facts? Why do so many women insist all men need therapy? Honestly, based on content like this, it looks like they're projecting. Tell us about your childhood sweetheart already. We're just hearing dolphin clicks and emotional gymnastics. But here's the real issue. Men's mental health matters. For too long, expressing emotion made men seem weak. Many of us were raised that way, but we're human too. We should be able to talk about it without being mocked or dismissed. I've been in combat for nearly 6 years, and I've been hurt more by women than war. So yeah, whatever she's on, definitely crack.
Y'all, it's literally so fucking crazy how freaky I get when a nigga doing some shit for me. I remember I was with my ex, and I haven't had my hair done in about a month. So I told him, like, yeah, I just booked my hair appointment. How should I get my hair? So I sent him the hairstyles. He picked the hairstyle and whatever. While I'm getting my hair done, I'm literally on TikTok scrolling. I just see an Apple Pay right there. He like, get your hair done and get your lashes and the nails done and whatever. Baby, when I say I literally was so relieved, like, all the money that I was just gonna come out of, it's literally just in my pocket sitting now. Now I'm getting up out this lady's chair looking like a bad bitch, a new bitch. So I went to go get my nails and my eyebrows done. I had scheduled my appointment and paid in full for my lash appointment. I went home that night. He complimented me, you look good, baby, whatever. When you go get your lashes done, I told him tomorrow. But I really wasn't trying to talk. I went straight for them pants. I put them down and I started sucking that motherfucker right there on my knees at that, y'all. And not that I just stopped there. I sucked that motherfucker 3 times. Then I went to go cook some food for this man, because he deserved it. Made his plate, made him a little drinky drink, put on a fire ass movie, brung him his meal back, rubbed on him for a little while, sucked it again and fucked him and put him to sleep. That morning I woke up to head out my sleep in a new fresh lash set. This why I love a tricking ass nigga. It just make you a soft fucking freakier fucking female. I love this. I don't gotta be hostile. I don't gotta be angry all the time. I don't gotta be wondering what the fuck you doing. If a nigga fucking providing, you really do not worry about what a nigga doing.
If you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more.